Hey, have you been looking into epoxy countertops? Are they the right thing for you? Are they good? Are they bad? You know what? It's an alternative. Just like granite, quartz, Resin, formica, laminate, they're all different options, if you will, for a countertop surface. They each have their pros and cons, but really what it depends on is what you, the customer, are interested in. But epoxy countertops, two things. Number one, they're somewhat new, even though epoxy resin has been around since the 50s. Number two, it was designed as a DIY product. In other words, it was designed for you to be able to epoxy your own countertops. A low-cost alternative to natural stone. Whether you have laminate countertops, granite, whatever you have, if you currently don't like them, instead of replacing them, basically you're just pouring epoxy over the top of them. Is it that simple? Kind of. You can also buy a couple quarts of paint at the auto body store and paint your car. There are best practices to achieve the best results. With quartz countertops, with granite countertops, they basically cut them to fit and they install them. With the epoxy countertops, it is a multi-step process, and each one of those steps is important to achieve the best results and to achieve the maximum durability of that particular brand of epoxy resin. So yes, you can do this yourself, and yes, there are a lot of videos out there that will tell you how to do it. But you need to make sure that you're doing it properly based upon the epoxy resin product that you're using. There are many, many different brands of epoxy resin. The market has absolutely exploded within the last 10 years. So there are some epoxies that set up very quickly. I'm talking in a matter of 30 minutes. There are some epoxies that will stay fluid, if you will, for a 2-hour period of time. Some epoxies take 30 days to fully cure. Some take 7 days to fully cure. So there's a lot of different variables, and so if you're going to do this yourself, you need to just make sure that you do the research so you know what product that you're using, you follow the manufacturer's recommendations, and you follow the steps. And in my mind, it is following those best practices to achieve the best results. My name is Keith McGinnis. I started my company 5 years ago. I spent more than 30 years in the insurance industry, building relationships and serving and servicing our clients. And a friend of mine sent me a video in October of 2019, and it was watching someone do and create epoxy countertops. And it was absolutely the coolest thing I'd ever seen. I just had to try it for myself. So I did. I bought some epoxy. That was after about 3 hours of binge watching. I mean, it is very, very interesting. And within 6 months, I decided I was going to exit the insurance industry after 30 some years. And I was going to start my own company. And so that's what I did. And that's what we do full time. My advice to you, if you're interested in epoxy countertops, if you're going to do it yourself, spend the time to learn those best practices to achieve those best results. If you're going to hire someone to do them, again, do your research. Do your research on that epoxy contractor. Is that an epoxy contractor that's going to go over your existing surface, or is it an epoxy contractor that builds new countertops to replace your old with the new? At KCDC Designs, that was our business decision when I started this company. We always build new countertops for our customers. And there are several reasons why we do that. I won't go through all of them, but the main thing for me is the least amount of disruption to our customers. If we are going to pour over your existing countertops, we're going to tie up your kitchen for a minimum of 3 to 5 days. You just plain can't use it. And then you got to wait another 48 hours to fully cure before you are back to full use of your countertops. 48 hours at a minimum. By building new countertops, when I decided to do this full time, I built a dedicated studio that is climate controlled, so I can control the temperature, because epoxy resin is temperature sensitive. You want to make sure that your temperature is at least above 70 degrees. 72 is optimal. And you want to have the humidity not at a very high level. So my studio, the temperature is always 72 degrees. Humidity runs about 25-30%. I feel that by doing that, I can provide the best quality product to our customers. There are some very, very qualified epoxy contractors that can pour over existing surfaces and do a fantastic job. There are also some contractors out there that have watched some videos. They did their own. Now they think they're ready to go out and do this for customers. So if you are going to hire an epoxy contractor, do your research. Get references. Do they have a website? Do they have a Facebook business page? Is the work that they show on their website or Facebook page, is that their work? Are they insured? Are they a licensed contractor? Are they required to be licensed in your state? Do they know and understand all of those steps? How long have they been in business? This is something, whether we're looking for an auto mechanic, a house painter, or anything else, we always need to be doing our research of, are we hiring the right contractor? Because as the saying goes, you get what you pay for. Somebody's going to charge you $8,000 to paint your house. Someone else is going to charge $3,000. You're probably not going to get the same level of quality. So do your research. Are epoxy countertops durable? Every countertop surface, whether it's laminate, granite, quartz, quartzite, Korean, etc., including epoxy resin, they all have their pros and cons, if you will. I won't say that one is better than the other. What it really comes down to is personal preference, and what it also comes down to is your budget. With granite, there are different grades of granite, from the low-end grade of granite to the high-end grade of granite. It's the quality of that natural stone, because granite is a natural stone. The low-grade granite, which I refer to, I don't know if it's right or wrong, but I refer to it as contractor-grade granite. That's the low grade of granite, the least expensive. It's not as dense. It has more cracks and little fissures and pits. That's why they all need to be sealed, but that's why you want to make sure that you're sealing that granite, because any food particles that get into those little crevices, that's where bacteria grows. Quartz, on the other hand, quartz is all manufactured the same. Every slab of quartz that you see in a slab yard all came from the same patented process. The quality of each slab of quartz is exactly the same. So why, when you go to the store, when you see their quartz and you see A, B, C, D, E, F pricing, A pricing might be $50 a square foot, F pricing might be $120 a square foot. Why? It's all exactly the same. It's a great question, right? I probably shouldn't say this, but it seems to me the more elegant the look, the higher the cost. So keep that in mind. As far as epoxy countertops go, depending on the contractor that you are hiring and their skill level, I've spent over the past 5 years studying different types of natural stone. Our motto with KCDC Designs is, we want to bring, and we're here to bring your vision to life. I really can't get started until I understand what your vision is. Do you want me to mimic natural stone? Is there a picture of marble, quartz, granite, something that you've seen that you really like? And then let's adjust the colors to match your decor. We'll match the colors in the flooring, the cabinetry. If you have brass drawer pulls, let's put some accents of brass. If you have some favorite colors, if teal is your favorite color, let's put some teal accents in there. So it truly is unlimited. And I would say the majority of our customers with KCDC Designs, the majority of our customers choose us because of that versatility, because they are able to choose the design, they're able to choose the colors, and because of our reputation, because of the fact that we have been doing this for 5 years. We do have references, we do have a website, we do have a Facebook page, we do show our work. We also invite people to come out to the studio and see the operation if they would like. So if you're interested in epoxy countertops, do your research on your contractor. Also do your research on the type of epoxy resin that they're using. There are some very, very high quality epoxy resins on the market. There are also some epoxy resins that are manufactured overseas that have a lower level of quality. Some of the things you want to look for are heat resistance, scratch resistance. You also want to learn as much as you can about the UV resistance of those countertops. If you're wanting a white marble as an epoxy countertop, then you want to have an epoxy resin that has a high level of UV resistance, because epoxy resin is a polymer product, just like the siding on your house. Even if you had your house sided last year, If you take a piece of siding off the south side of the house, it's not going to match the siding on the north side of the house. The car that you bought 2 years ago is not the same white that it was 2 years ago. So that's a natural ambering process over time, and all epoxy resin is going to naturally amber over time. It's a matter of how much is it going to amber, and what colors are you using, and is it going to be noticeable. So the quality of the epoxy resin is very important, but the process of how it is applied and the steps taken to get to the end result are extremely important to follow those best practices. You might see pictures, people might say, hey, my epoxy countertops, they yellowed within 6 months. If epoxy resin yellows, it's user error. Somewhere there was a chemical reaction that caused that epoxy to turn yellow. Natural ambering over time, in most cases, is not even noticeable. If you have a bright white subway tile, and you have a white countertop, a white epoxy countertop, which I won't do for this reason. When we install that, there's a perfect match. Over time, over a 2 or 3 year period of time, pretty soon that white countertop isn't as white as what that subway tile is, and now it becomes noticeable. But if that subway tile was not white, you would not notice the color change. Okay, so epoxy resin is a very, very good alternative. I'm not saying that because this is what I do for a business, but as a matter of fact, if I'm working with a customer, I'm never going to talk someone into epoxy countertops. I'm there to answer questions. I'm there to educate you so you can make the best decision for you and your family. If someone says, you know, I think I'm going to go ahead and go with quartz, that's exactly what you should do. If you want quartz, go with quartz. If someone wants granite, I'm not saying anything about granite. I'm not going to say bad. I'm not going to say anything bad about quartz or any other type of countertop surface. You really have to decide what's important to you, and what it is that you envision in your kitchen space. If you want something customizable that's going to be one of a kind, where you can choose the colors, you can choose the design. Maybe you've been to all the slab yards and you found some with some brown and some with some gray, but you can't find one with brown and gray. That's the glory of epoxy countertops. How long will they last? Just like your car. Your car could last 5 years, your car could last 20 years. It's all going to depend on how you care for them and how you take care of them. Can you scratch epoxy? Absolutely. Can you scratch quartz? Absolutely. Nothing is going to be scratch proof. Okay, so those are questions that you can ask your epoxy contractor about the durability, the scratch resistant, heat resistant, impact resistant, etc. So that's my experience with epoxy countertops. I know I haven't answered all of your questions, but please leave me some comments. You know, if your countertops yellowed in the first 6 months, again, I'm going to say that that's user error. I have customers out there that countertops I've done 5 years ago. I just visited a customer 2 weeks ago from a countertop I did 3.5 years ago. And again, I won't do a bright white at a solid white countertop. I will always have some different colors in there, like some pearl and some white metallic, etc. But when I walked in, it looked as good as the day I installed it, and the customer felt the same way. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, leave me some comments, and epoxy countertops are a great alternative. As you can see behind me, these are a lot of the sample boards. Every one of these boards up on my wall was a sample board for a customer's countertop, with the exception of 2. And I've done some very, very bizarre looking countertops, but that's what the customer wanted. And that's what we're here to do, is to bring your vision to life. Thanks for watching. Again, this is Keith McGinnis with KCDC Designs. Take care, everybody.